YouTube! In 2025 I picked up 94 6-scale figures. This will be part 1 of 3 showing them to you. Let's get going. So in 3 videos I will take you through all 94 figures of 2025 that I picked up. And this video will contain 39 of these just in random order. I didn't post them too much, I just wanted to show them to you. And the first figure is Inart Polar Treatise. I know for a lot of people this was a 2024 figure, but since I usually pre-order stuff, this came in 2025 for me. Now I think Inart did a phenomenal job on this Polar Treatise figure. I think the sculpt is great, the rooted hair is great, the material used are great for the accessories and for the clothes. I think it poses pretty well, even though I haven't posed him a bunch, which can be said for most of these figures because there just came a lot of figures in 2025, so I didn't have a lot of time to spend with them all. But if you want to get some cool posing ideas, I'd suggest you check out Iron Logan's posing showcase on this one. The only thing you need to be careful with is the nose plug for the hose, because it's very small, it's very breakable, so be careful with that one. Figure number 2 and 3 are these John Wick figures by Hot Toys. I intended to get only one, but then I picked up these hair pieces. And there were 2 versions of the hairpiece, a short one and a long one, so I had to try out both. So then I needed a second wig to use both. I can say I like the shorter hairpiece the most, if you know what I mean and want to buy it. Random 2025 figure number 4 is the John Wick cane. Well, it's not that random of course, it's a great companion piece to the John Wick figure. It's a pretty bare bone figure and I don't know if I would pick it up if it was from a solo movie from Kane, but as a companion piece to John Wick, I thought, yeah, let me just grab that. I think it's an okay figure. Figure number 5, Hot Toys Feral Predator. I think this is one massive, imposing piece. If you like the movie Prey, just get it. If you like Predators, just get it. As you can see, it has a lot of presence. Hot Toys improved on the torso, giving it like a seamless look. The only thing that kind of throws it off is the lower body and the feet that are kind of chunky, but everything else just looks awesome. So yeah, I really like it. Figure number 6 is Artisan Studio Tao Pai Pai, which is basically just Chi-Chi's dad from Dragon Ball Z. And I did not know Artisan Studio, but this just looks cool. And if you get the deluxe, which this one is, you get the 3 different head sculpts and a couple of seamless resin hands and an effect piece, him shooting some energy. I just love Dragon Ball Z, dude. Figure number 7 I picked up in 2025 is the So-So Toys Blade, and this was a long time coming. I don't even know which company was first, Present Toys or So-So Toys, but the Present Toys one released in 2024 and it actually also looks like an older figure than this one. I think So-So Toys killed it. They did a great job on the coat, on the pants, the head sculpt is pretty okay with the glasses on, and you can pose pretty decently and the hands are good. Just as a comparison, I will also show you the Present Toys one. I kind of like the rectangular base because it's a bit larger. The coat is done pretty well. The accessories and the hands and the sculpt, they don't look that great on the Present Toys one. From a distance of course, yeah, you can get away with this being your blade. Figure number 8 is the Niren Studio Titan 001, which is their representation of Captain Levi from Shingeki no Kyojin, or Attack on Titan. The figure looks great, you get 2 different head sculpts, the accessories are cool, ODM gear looks actually good, but the legs and the boots aren't the best, so kind of poses like crap, but I still think it's a fun figure to look at. I don't feel like really posing him much. I think that says something about the body. And we don't get a flight stand, which is a shame. Other than that, I think it does the job looking like Captain Levi. Figure number 9 is the Limb Toys Nathan Drake, and this is a very cool figure, in my opinion. I think the diorama-ish base is pretty cool, and the accessories are great. The head sculpt looks exactly like the game. He poses pretty well, and he just gives you the feeling from the actual game, which is pretty cool. The hands aren't that seamless, but as you can see, the watch covers it up a bit. The other one, well, yeah, just tough luck on the other one. Other than that, I think it's a great figure. And of course, Limb Toys has been pretty well known by now for the Laughters of figures and the Red Dead Redemption figures, so I don't think anyone expected this one to be a dud, and they did not disappoint. Number 10, the Battle Damage T800 from Terminator 2. I can see this one being Figure of the Year for a couple of people for 2025. For me, it's not, just because I already had the DX10 and DX13, and those were pretty great. I think what this one does better is the diorama base, and I don't remember getting the grenade launcher with the old version, but what's the best part about this one, I think, is the leather jacket and the leather pants, because in the old DX version, only the clean one had actual leather pants and the other one was pleather. I think if you don't have the original one, get this one. If you have the original one, maybe decide if it's worth the upgrade for you, because I still think the old one looks pretty damn good. But I love Terminator 2, so I couldn't not get this one. And of course, figure 11 is the T1000 from Terminator 2. Now, I did not have the original version of T1000, and I'm pretty glad I don't, because it shows its age. And I think this is a great looking figure. The only thing that's holding it back is, well, the clothing and the stitches, because it doesn't really give you the illusion of it being a shrunk T1000 on your desk. Number 12 of 2025 is the Rocket Toys Hyuga Hinata from the Naruto series. I really love what Rocket Toys is doing. I kind of think they're the same company as Game Toys, but I love all the Naruto figures they're doing and the Bleach figures they did. I'm kind of hoping that they'll continue on the Bleach figures as well. At first I thought I'd skip Hinata, but then she had very cool effect pieces and I thought, why the hell not? Totally by coincidence, lucky number 13 is Rocket Toys Tsunade. As Hinata, I also thought about skipping this one because there were other figures around, but then I thought maybe they're going to do all the Hokages, or Jiraiya and Orochimaru, and it would also be a cool pairing, so I thought better get this before it's too late. I think, just like Hinata, she's a well done figure, and you get Tonton, the pig, and you get Katsuya, the slug, so yeah. Figure number 14 of 2025 is Miles Morales Across the Spider-Verse. So this one is a bit older than the original Spider-Verse Miles Morales, and I think it's cool that you get different looks. You get the Spider-Man look, you get this look, and I think it's done pretty well. Figure number 15 of 2025 is Miles E. Morales, also from Across the Spider-Verse. I thought I would be able to skip this one, but then you get this little diorama-ish base. The shoes were cool, the color scheme is dope, the mechanical hands, they were executed pretty well. So I thought, dang, I need to have that one, and I got it. So I picked it up. Well, it's no surprise what number 16 would be. It's the Hobie Spider-Punk figure. I think it's a dope figure. I thought I liked the PlayStation Spider-Punk figure, but this Hobie Brown figure is also cool. The only downside is that his head is a bit top heavy, so if you want to pose him with the dreads, so the unmasked head sculpt, maybe you'll need to use some clear nail polish to get some friction back in the neck. Figure number 17 of 2025, Miguel O'Hara 2099 Spider-Man. Look, I think I was about the only person that actually pre-ordered the figure, even without the modifications, with the horrible seams. I thought this was going to be a dope poseable figure, and he's going to be like a diorama piece for the rest of the Spider-Verse anyway, so it's fine. And then they made the improvements with the suit and I was over the moon. And he looks dope as hell. I don't think he even needs a pose to be cool. He just has presence on top of presence in a blue and red suit. The only thing is, I think his ankle joints are a bit on the weak side, so watch out for that. Figure number 18, 2025 was the Senbon Sakura Stormtrooper, so the Cherry Blossom Stormtrooper Japan exclusive. At first I was a bit hesitant to get this one, but I really needed that Hori, and it sucked that you didn't get a katana, so I used one I already had, and I think it's from one of the G.I. Joe figures. I think it's Snake Eye's sword. But I wanted this figure because it looked pretty cool, and I wanted to pose him up with the Porcelain Stormtrooper. I just had a feeling it would look pretty cool, and in my opinion it does. I just like these one-off Stormtroopers, so I have these two, the copper one, the golden one, and the chrome one. I'm just a sucker for Stormtroopers. And Iron Man. Figure number 19 is Emperor Palpatine from the Clone Wars. I like this head sculpt a lot. I didn't really like the clothing, but it kind of grew on me, and I think it's accurate to the source material. Of course, new Palpatine is coming out, and that one's going to be very dope. So this one is really only if you want Clone Wars Palpatine. I do like that the lightning effects are just pre-fitted on the hands. It's just one piece. It just makes it so much easier to pose. Okay, hear me out. These three figures are definitely not 2025 figures, of course. But these just represent a couple of figures that I picked up in 2025, which are still in storage and are just a hassle to get to. So I just use these as stand-ins, just for the video. So figure number 20 I picked up in 2025 is Ahsoka the White. I think the head sculpt looks very good. It looks a lot more like Rosario Dawson than the blue version did, but I like the suit on the blue version a bit more. So I didn't really need the white one, but the head sculpt looks so good, so I had to pick that one up. Figure number 21, of course, is Darth Maul with his blood fin. I had the original DX already. I didn't get the blood fin back then, and the secondary head sculpt of the original one doesn't really look that good. So I had to pick up this Maul because Maul is one of my favorite characters. And figure number 22 is the Return of the Jedi Vader with the being electrocuted helmet piece. Figure number 23 is Rocket Toys Kisame Hoshigaki. I really like what Rocket Toys does with the figures. With this Kisame you also get Samehara, his sword, and you get 3 different forms, which is pretty cool, I think. And of course you get the Akatsuki cloak, but you also get the straw helmet, so you can pose them on the cloaks and helmets together, but also in individual poses. Figure number 24 of 2025 in random order. Again, Rocket Toys, Akatsuki member Deidara. And you get 4 of his clay bombs in the form of these birds with their own stands with the figure. So I think it's really well done. And you can have him with the hood on, but you can also put his hairpiece on and then you have it unmasked. Figure number 25, also by Rocket Toys, you get Sasori. And Sasori comes with his dad puppet, as you can see. And again, a well done figure. Accessories are on point, head sculpt looks great. And as you can see, for this figure you get like a different flight pole, especially made to pair him up with his puppet. I can't wait to get all Akatsuki members together. Figures number 26, 27 and 28. Yeah, so I bought 3 of these because this figure is just that damn good. And also, you know, seamless arms don't grow on trees. And I'm not sure, but that's either me quoting the great Bob Dylan or it's just me justifying buying 3 of these in my head. And besides, the head sculpt, the unmasked head sculpt is so good that it makes other Wolverine figures that were released in the past better by fitting this head sculpt on that one. Like for instance the previous Days of Future Past Wolverine with the leather jacket. That was a cool figure, the concept was cool, but the head sculpt was a bit meh. As for this figure, if this is your figure of the year, I couldn't argue with it because it's great, especially if you get the deluxe one with the battle damage parts. I think you have so many posing options that you'll never tire of this one. Figure number 29 is the brown suit Wolverine. This whole figure is just made for that one pose in that one scene that harkens back to the comics. The head sculpt is great if you just want to mimic that scene. The body proportions are great if you just want to mimic that scene because it's made for Wolverine pulling his shoulders up. So that's why you don't see any traps and why his back muscles are flexed. In any other pose, both seem a bit off. But he's still great to have in the collection, I think. This is also one that benefits a lot from getting the yellow suit unmasked head sculpt on it. Figure number 30 is the Mark III Stealth version 2.0. I also owned 1.0, and to be honest, I'm kind of a fan of the 1.0 and a bit less of the 2.0. While I do like a bit of chrome, this type of chrome like in the Mark II and this one, it's a bit too much and I can't really enjoy the figure because of it. But as you will see in my next videos, I'm just a sucker for Iron Man, so I had to have it. Figure number 31 of 2025 is the Artisan Scarlet Witch. This felt also like a very long wait, and I think it's a bit of an underrated figure because I think the head sculpt is fine. I'm glad with the rooting. The jacket seems fine, even though it's not real leather. It kind of seems to have better material than the previous one, and the pants felt a bit weird, but I think it's a bit wider than you'd expect for posing. But I would have preferred a leather suit, and I think there's a leather suit, a third-party leather suit out there. Also, if this is your figure of the year, I could understand that. Now, figure number 32 might be a bit controversial. Not because of the figure per se, but because of the actor or the movie. I kind of enjoyed The Flash. I wasn't mad about it, and I also like Ezra Miller's representation of The Flash. I did love the CW Flash, and at first it was hard to adjust to a Flash that's on the spectrum, but it kind of grew on me. And this figure is literally flashy, so I just had to have it. I like the light up, which is done by USB in the base and in the suit, and there's this mitochondria type pattern in the suit that I like. Figure number 33 from the same movie, The Flash, is Old Keaton Batman. I think officially it's called Modern Suit Batman. I think this suit is done well. You get different capes, you get a wire cape, and you get a stretched out cape like a delta wing. I think the head sculpt is fine for an old man Keaton, and he poses pretty well. So yeah, I like having this one in the collection. Figures number 34, 35, 36 and 37 are none other than the in-art Joaquin Phoenix Red Suit Joker. This first one is the hospital clown figure, which I didn't think I needed, but the head sculpt is really good. And I think the smiling head sculpt is a bit creepy and funny, so you can use it for a couple of settings. The second one is from the bathroom scene, and as for the clown version, when this was announced, I didn't think I really needed this one on my shelf, but you might see later on that as a 4-pack, I think it's an incredible set. So I actually like having that one as well. Now, here is kind of the main character, Arthur Fleck. He's sitting on the diorama staircase base, and as you can see, I still have the knee grabber, not the crotch grabber, but knee grabber or leg grabber in there, which is a unique way of stabilizing your figure. And then there's the Red Suit Joker. I think in hindsight, Hot Toys might have done a better Red Suit Joker, but what's very original about these figures, or at least the Red Suit one, is that in-art made some tech in the upper legs, where you can indent them a bit so he can have a great crossing leg pose sitting in a chair. And I think the diorama bases and magnetic bases are done pretty well. Figure number 38 is the Sand Trooper Commander. This is the one where you also have a skew with a jewback, but I just didn't have the space for a jewback, so even though it's cool, I didn't get that one. I'm really glad having this figure in the collection because it just looks cool. The weathering is cool. It has a lot of pockets. You get the backpack and the guns. It's just a nice trooper outfit. Even though it's kind of the same as the original one, but I like the white pauldron a bit more than I do the orange pauldron, so this one's great for me. And also I didn't have the older version, so I'm glad with the pickup. Figure number 39 is also from the Star Wars, like Cousin Helen would say. This one is also called Artisan Anakin, the light side version. And as opposed to other figures that I'm showing, this one I have posed. Because I had a posing session with Brian Carr where we were just posing our figures and having fun. If you're interested in toy photography, make sure to look up his magazine, Toytography. Now for this figure being artisan, I would have liked it to be leather boots, leather suit, but we didn't. I think for me, that is the part that's holding this one back for being a runner-up for Figure of the Year. So other than that, it looks great, I think. That being said, this was part 1 of 3 in my figures that I picked up in 2025. I hope you liked it. In part 3, I'll focus a bit more on the figures I think were Figures of the Year of 2025 for me, or at least that I picked up, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.